And thanks for streaming and a warm holiday to each and every one of you, everybody. I'm Jason Salas. These are tonight's top stories. Well, a letter outlining precautionary measures to be taken in the midst of the coronavirus concern has been issued by GDOE to parents, students, and schools alike. The steps include a 2-week excused absence for students and staff for suspected virus exposure. Nestor Lecanto explains.
The letter dated February 5th states that, in line with a growing concern over the spread of the virus, GDOE will implement a required 14-day excused absence for all students and staff who recently returned from China or those who exhibit respiratory symptoms and have had direct contact with anyone who's returned from China. Superintendent John Fernandez explained the new requirement during a legislative oversight hearing called by Vice Speaker Talina Nelson, seeking more clarity.
Right now, it's clear as mud.
GDOE head nurse Julieta Kenani explained that the long-standing communicable disease policy has been that students who report to school sick are assessed by the school nurse, and if symptoms are detected, such as those of the coronavirus,
we coordinate with public health where the student will go. We contact the parent, and of course then exclusions start until we get clearance back.
Kenani says they will also take steps to respond to those who a sick student may have been in contact with.
As I said, we work hand in hand with public health. We work with our principal so that rooms get to be thoroughly clean, wiped, swept, and then we also surveil that class. Say, for instance, if it was chickenpox, we will monitor them. We'll send a letter home to let parents know we, for instance, had a suspected chickenpox, and we'll be watching the kids for the next 21 days.
Meanwhile, Superintendent Fernandez says they will continue to update the schools on the latest coronavirus developments as they receive them from Public Health and the CDC. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Well, as we reported last night on Instagram, crew from a Singaporean ship were temporarily quarantined last night at the port. Port Authority of Guam General Manager Roy Respicio did confirm Public Health's medical surveillance team assessed a pair of individuals on the vessel the Kota Harum due to the fact that they were sick. The Coast Guard also issued a captain of the port order on the Kota Harum and her crew to restrict them from disembarking the vessel and restrict ill individuals to their quarters. Public Health head Linda DeNorty said the ship originated out of Hong Kong, with one crew member having abdominal pain and another cough and flu-like symptoms. Public Health conducted the clinical and epidemiological assessment with a crew member who was coughing and experiencing those flu-like symptoms, which I mentioned did not meet the criteria for coronavirus. The ship and its crew were given the all clear later last evening. Well, complaints of inhumane conditions at the Department of Corrections, as today was the deadline set by District Court of Guam Chief Judge Francis Tadianco Gatewood for affidavits to be filed, specifically outlining the allegations. Joining us more with this headline is Adriana Cotero.
Jason, it was earlier this week we reported several federal defendants are concerned about the conditions at the Manilo compound. Most of them are represented by attorneys from the Federal Public Defender's Office. The complaints also come at a time when DOC is experiencing yet another change in leadership. Newly appointed Department of Corrections Director Joe Carbolito is waiting to see the complaints of inhumane conditions in black and white.
We take seriously the safety, security, welfare, and health of our prison community seriously, and understood that everyone has a due process right, but it would be prudent for me right now, because it is pending litigation, that I don't comment on the matter until we get further notification of any pending documents, official documents, which we have not received. And even if we do receive any official documents, I would defer to our legal counsel for further discussion on that.
In the meantime, Carbolito says they are doing their best to provide everything that is required for the prison community. And likewise, he's doing his best to get the support his people sorely need. Carbolito was appointed as director a week ago after Frank Ishizaki suddenly announced he would be stepping away from the job. Ishizaki was only in the position for 2 months after taking over the job from Samantha Brennan amid criticism of her leadership.
Of course, I laid out my expectation to our employees, and you know, in a nutshell, the statement I made to them is, my expectation is for everyone to just do their jobs. You know, we're one team. I operate in a team concept management style. I can't do this job alone. I can't make things happen by myself. I understand that there's big challenges up here, and I've made it clear to our staff that we need to work together as a team to overcome all these challenges that we're faced with.
As of news time, the court documents have yet to be filed. However, federal public defender John Gorman described the details within the declaration as shocking. Stay with KUAM for the latest. Jason, back to you.
All right, Adriana, thanks so much for that story. Now, some of you in other news may remember it was in 1991 that they were sued for inhumane conditions at the prison. For decades, DOC was under a consent decree after finally coming into compliance with the case ultimately dismissed in 2017. Let's move forward in our rundown now as kids caught in the crossfire in a dispute involving the Chamorro Land Trust. KUAM Rugby is looking for access to their CLTC lot, and while an easy way would solve Rugby's problems, it looks like their neighbor is blocking an easy way out of the situation. Chris Barnett has our next story.
This has to be resolved. I don't think the children should be the one to suffer for a dispute, between these two parties.
Legislative Land Committee Chair Senator Therese Terlahi sounding off on a controversial disagreement between two Chamorro Land Trust leaseholders. The background? The KUAM Rugby Club granted a 20-year license based on a master plan that included an agreement in which the leaseholders of the neighboring field, the Hells Angels football organization, agreed to a joint access on Santa Monica Avenue. An amendment was added to the Chamorro Land Trust license for that agreement in 2010, the access point for players, spectators, and emergency responders, as the rugby field in question used for middle and high school rugby games. Now, when the GRC submitted a renewal request in 2017, the CLTC advised the rugby club that it would renew the lease under the condition that the 2010 Amendment and Public Access Way Agreement be deleted, which the club declined. Last year in May, the rugby club was notified by the Chamorro Land Trust that they moved forward with deleting the access agreement anyway. It's also the home field for the Simon Sanchez High School Sharks, or it was the home field for the Sharks. Gavin Bejarana plays rugby for Sanchez.
Well, that's our home turf, and even before I came to Sanchez, we kind of grew up on the field playing rugby since it started in middle school. So not being able to play there and have the full experience of a real rugby field is kind of upsetting.
The CLTC has seen both parties reach a seemingly impenetrable stalemate, but CLTC Chair Pika Farron tells KUAM the trust has been wanting to resolve the issue since both parties again came before the commission last year. Senator Terlahi said she'll meet with the CLTC and then review maps of the lots in question.
Then meet with the parties one more time and see if they will agree to this between themselves before we as a government, resolve it.
Rugby stakeholders tell KUAM the field has long been used to help develop rugby on Guam, and they say rugby, a sport Guam is excelling at. Several local athletes have gone off to college on rugby scholarships, and the island has fared well in numerous regional and international rugby competitions.
Different parcels were given to both entities for the sole purpose of sports and helping kids to have recreation and to grow in this sport and their abilities to, get scholarships, things like that.
Sanchez rugby parent Jetty Toves.
It's frustrating to see that they let legal issues get in the way of providing opportunities for our youth. This is a world sport, so us getting exposure in a world sport, it starts somewhere at home. And without a field to play on and try to better further our experience and our skills, it makes it very hard to try to compete internationally.
The kids we talked to said this isn't about one sport over another, but something's got to give, and Senator Terlahi agrees.
That's really the only choice we have. It's like either they resolve it amongst themselves or we're going to resolve it for them because it has to be resolved, and I don't believe that we should continue to impact the sports.
For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
Chris also adds that KUAM News did reach out to Ivan Sharoma of the Hells Angels group for his side of the story. We continue to await his response. Elsewhere tonight, a new church sex abuse case has been filed against the church, with the latest suit filed in the federal court by the alleged victim going as OOO. The victim alleges he was sexually abused when he was in the 9th and 10th grades at Father Duenas Memorial School, also alleging he was sexually abused by deceased priest Father George Maddock and Father Louis Brouillard multiple times. As a result of the abuse, the suit alleges OOO continues to suffer severe emotional distress to this day. The suit also names the Capuchins, Marist brothers, and FD itself. OOO is demanding a jury trial seeking $5 million in damages. Well, trial has been scheduled for March 3rd for former GPD officer Ryan Shimizu, who appeared with his attorney Randy Cunliffe before Judge Alberto Lamarena this afternoon for a trial-setting hearing. He was indicted for theft of property lost or mislaid as a felony, theft as a misdemeanor, and official misconduct also as a misdemeanor. He was arrested, as you know, after being caught on Familia Mart in Chalampago's video surveillance, seen allegedly stealing and taking cash out of a wallet that he discovered. Attorney Cunliffe and the government told the court a trial is expected to last only a few days' time. Elsewhere, one woman said it in the heat of the moment, but evidently that was enough to get a 66-year-old grandmother arrested on charges of terroristic conduct with special allegations of crimes against the community. Court documents state that Faye Kang called a public school on February the 5th upset that nothing was done about her grandson who was bullied. A witness alleged that Kang told her, quote, "If anything happens to my grandson, I will go to the school and shoot each and every one of them who hurts my grandson." That is a direct quote. When interviewed by police, Kang said she was venting and did not intend to threaten anyone, and that she says things that she does not mean. Well, a motion filed in limine to exclude evidence is under review by Judge Michael Berdile in Gerald Wayne Cruz II's case. He faces misdemeanor charges for allegedly killing his neighbor's pets. He was originally indicted on felony charges. However, the judge dismissed the charge, saying the death was not done in a cruel manner. The AG has since challenged the dismissal, with the judge saying there will be a briefing on the matter. As for the motion to exclude evidence, it was stated that there was no objection from the government, and the judge said he will issue a decision and order by next Monday. A hearing was scheduled for March the 12th, but a briefing schedule is also forthcoming. Well, Judge Berdillo has been appointed as the District Court of Guam U.S. Magistrates Judge, replacing Joaquin Manabusan, who retired. A merit selection panel reviewed all the applicants and ultimately made a recommendation to the court of the most qualified candidates. Judge Berdillo's first day on the job will be the 14th, and he'll serve an 8-year term. Since 1998, His Honor has sat as a trial court judge for the Superior Court of Guam. We are going to take a quick break, everybody. Please stay tuned. We are back after this with more Primetime.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
At the mall as you enjoy your shopping, dining, or entertainment. You could also win 3 great cars from Atkins Kroll and thousands of prizes in Micronesia Mall's Cars, Prizes, and Getaways game. Present your mall receipts and have a chance to win the renowned performance Chevrolet Camaro, the unapologetic rugged Toyota 4Runner, or the head-turning Lexus ES350 Luxury. Getaways to Manila, courtesy of Philippine Airlines, plus prizes from Foot Locker and Burger King. The more you shop, the more chance to win in Micronesia Mall's Cars, Prizes, and Getaways game.
Half the day, I'm in the club.
Half a day, welcome to Two Lovers Point.
Half a day, I'm in the club.
It makes myself and it makes my team members very proud to work for an organization that has been on island for many years with its focus on reliability, dependability, and commitment to the communities that they operate in.
Matson's a great corporate citizen to the community.
We all benefit from any sort of environmental commitment we make. One of the ways that we do that is with our Adahi Utano program. There's action behind it, and so action breeds commitment.
With the Kaimana Hila coming to Guam, this brings a new age and modernization to the island.
It's exciting for me because it's a brand new ship and we can carry more freight into the islands. It just shows growth for Guam and Micronesia.
Matson would be nothing without its customers, and we hope to continue to serve you for decades to come.
Half a day, I'm Governor Lou Leon Guerrero. Over the next few months, 2020 Census personnel will be coming to your villages. They will be visiting your homes, collecting information crucial to growing our economy and improving our healthcare, education, public safety, and so much more. Please join me in participating in the 2020 Census of Guam, because together we can shape our future for a brighter tomorrow.
It's a special delivery to your inbox every week with your KUAM News Roundup, program advisories, and promotions. Sign up for the weekly KUAM Digital Digest today on KUAM.com.
If you haven't heard by now, the Senate acquitted the president on charges of abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. The House impeached the president nearly 50 days ago. Here's more from Capitol Hill.
The Senate adjudges that the respondent, Donald John Trump, President of the United States, is not guilty as charged.
In an historic vote, the Republican-led Senate acquitted President Trump on Article 1, abuse of power, and on Article 2, obstruction of Congress.
My faith is at the heart of who I am.
Earlier, Utah Republican Mitt Romney made an impassioned speech to announce his decision. He voted guilty on abuse of power.
Were I to ignore the evidence that has been presented and disregard what I believe my oath and the Constitution demands of me, for the sake of a partisan end, it would, I fear, expose my character to history's rebuke.
Mitt Romney's wrong occasionally. He's wrong in this case.
Moderate Democrats Joe Manchin, Kyrsten Sinema, and Doug Jones stuck with their party and voted to convict the president.
Our country deserves better than this.
House Democrats say investigations into the Trump administration will continue regardless of the outcome of the Senate trial.
House Judiciary Chair Jerry Nadler has indicated he wants to subpoena former National Security Advisor John Bolton after the Senate voted down a resolution to call him as a trial witness. According to a New York Times report, Bolton writes in an upcoming memoir that President Trump personally asked him to pressure Ukraine on investigations into the Democrats. President Trump has denied the allegations.
National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien said his agency's lawyers have been in contact with Bolton's lawyers on his upcoming book. Back to news at home. Governor Lou Leon Guerrero is going to the nation's capital. She's actually there right now for the National Governors Association meeting. While there, she's attending a series of meetings with senior military officials and senior White House staff. She'll also meet with the Assistant Secretary of the Interior and testify before the House Committee on Natural Resources on the federal budget for 2021 and its local impact. The substance of these meetings includes the return of excess federal land by the military, projects related to the buildup, foreign labor policy, and the Compacts of Free Association. Governor Leon Guerrero comes home on the 15th. Well, in other news, we have, of course, brought you the stories about employees in the public sector, for example, down at Adelup, at Public Works, senatorial staffers, and Homeland Security getting pay adjustments. Over at the Mayor's Council, village mayors approved a motion so that their staffers can get raises that they say are long overdue.
Like mayors, their employees are on call just about 24/7, whether it's in times of emergency, cleaning illegal dumps, or calls of help in the middle of the night. Mayor's Council of Guam Executive Director Angel Sablan says mayors' staffers are always there.
These are staff that are unclassified. They don't earn any overtime, night differential, hazardous pay. So it's just straight time, even though many of them work even on weekends to support the functions of the village.
For many mayor's office employees, they haven't seen an increment in over a decade, and they're hoping that will change.
It's justified and long overdue because many of them, they're still basically getting, $11-12 an hour. And soon they're going to be at a level where they're going to be the same as people earning minimum wage. So we just needed to do something.
The Mayor's Council of Guam during the recent meeting approved a motion to include in their proposed budget to give employees much-needed increments.
To be able to incentivize our staff because, they can go and find some other jobs, probably someplace that are less stressful and less demanding and for better pay. So in order for us to keep them and continue working for the villages, we've been continually asking the legislature almost every year in our budget bills to do something to increase their salaries.
And according to Sablan, they'll be going to the legislature again. In total, what is the Mayor's Council requesting?
Approximately $235,000 for 173 employees.
The council will start by petitioning their oversight chair, Senator Pito Terlahi, to support their request for mayor's staff raises. Raises, something Senator Pito Terlahi is very familiar with. In 2019, he gave $23,000 in raises to 5 of his staffers. For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
Well, Chris, before they swore in Wednesday, the newly appointed members of the Jotnya Municipal Planning Council were given an overview of their duties and responsibilities. After taking the oath, which it was administered by Mayor's Council President Melissa Savares, the Jotnya Council conducted its first meeting. Brian Terlahi was elected vice chairman, Rose Guerrero secretary, and Paz Cruz treasurer. It's the first council to be appointed by an incarcerated mayor, which, as you know, former Jotnya Mayor Jesse Blas appointed the council members while he was on pretrial detention. Mayor's Council Executive Director Angel Sablan, who you just heard from, said the mayor acts as the chair of the council, but that spot will remain vacant until a mayor is elected in the upcoming special election. Speaking of elections, the GEC's Executive Director, Maria Pangilinan, is presenting special election costs and timelines to the GEC board at this time. She said the earliest possible date for a special election to replace the former Jotnya mayor would be March the 28th, but that's up to the commission to determine. The GEC still needs the money to pay for a special election, and they've submitted a supplemental budget request with the legislature to cover the price tag to the tune of $22,000. Blas resigned as mayor when he was in jail and has pled guilty to a single count of extortion. Several people have picked up mayoral packets for the position of mayor of Jotnya. Well, employment opportunities on Guam are bright and getting brighter. The Chamber of Business Women's Network held a job fair today with local companies looking to attract more workers. But the competition will get even stiffer as a new hotel, the Tsubaki Tower, opens in a few months, with Japanese retail giant Don Don Donki breaking ground on a new shopping center next week. Here's Chamber President Catherine Castro.
If you take a look at usajobs.com, there's over 100 jobs on Guam that need to be filled on the professional level. And we're always, been talking about the labor jobs that need to be filled. There's a whole bunch of a spectrum that need to be filled. So, if there's anybody who wants a job can get a job.
Several seminars for workers and business owners were also held. 20 companies are taking part in the job fair, now in its 5th year. Well, let us move from business to technology now, as ultra-fast internet speed throughout your entire home was one of the main features of a new service introduced by Docomo Pacific today called Whole Home Wi-Fi. CEO Rod Boss describes it as a game changer in home internet access.
The future for us is, smart homes, things are getting smarter and smarter, and internet service is the base platform for that. So, with having a really, really strong internet, we can give the best speeds we can, but if that last little bit, if we don't have that full solution, then the user experience isn't great. And so for me, this extends that to where making this user experience great every corner of your house.
Adaptive Wi-Fi, says Boss, optimizes the customer's network for peak performance. There's also a feature called Home Pass, allowing you to control who accesses the Wi-Fi service. And also included is a security system driven by AI that can detect and block threats and even unwanted ads. Well, stay tuned. Sports is coming up.
Make every day a plus.
My family is on Whole Home Wi-Fi powered by Plume.
Since we installed the Docomo Whole Home Wi-Fi, what did you guys notice about it?
When you pull up the driveway, it automatically connects, and I don't have to get out of my car right away and come upstairs to go on my phone.
My favorite thing is that it doesn't buffer when I'm watching YouTube.
My favorite thing is that when Addie calls now, there's no lag. Like before it used to be where I couldn't see her sometimes and I have to hang up and then call her back, and now I don't have to do that.
You know what's a good thing too is that when you come over to visit, I could give you your own password. I can assign a time limit so that I can say that you can only be on it for 1 hour, so that means you won't get in trouble from your mom.
And then you can go home.
The thing that I love the most is that I can freeze the internet for periods of time so that we can enjoy dinner time like this. Right, rolling your eyes. So I'll turn it back on after dinner. Whole home Wi-Fi powered by Plume. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Shell's Million Miles giveaway is back, and we're giving 100,000 United Mileage Plus miles to 10 lucky winners. You can jet off to Japan, break away to LA, or even sightsee in Paris. So, how do you make a getaway? Just use your Lucky 7 card when you fuel up with 7 gallons or more, and you're automatically entered to win. Fuel up at your nearest Shell station today and start planning your new adventure. No purchase necessary. Some conditions apply. See store for details.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. We get the show started tonight with some boys high school rugby. It was a rematch of last year's championship game between the GW Geckos and Father Duenas Friars. Check it out. The Father Duenas Friars and GW Geckos met up in Week 3 of the GRFU ESA High School Rugby League held at Guam High. FD trying to advance the ball when Makai Bloss got his hands on the loose ball. Bloss breaks a tackle and dives in for the first try of the contest to give the Geckos the 5-0 lead. The Friars didn't wait long to respond as Aiden Bordalio was quick on the tap and go. Bordalio powers his way into the try zone for the game-tying score. Teammate Miguel Hernandez gave FD the lead 7-5 after he converted the kick after attempt. Friars working out of the scrum. Nice long kick to get the ball deep into GW's territory. Big bounce. Speedster Kian Artero gives chase and almost coughs up the ball. Artero reaches out in full stride and hustles his way in for another FD score. The Friars would go on to win 35-5 and improve to 3-0 on the season. The loss drops the Geckos to 1-2. Sage Shinohara with the try here for the Father Duenas Friars. Astumbo, Jose Rios, FB Leon Guerrero, and Untalan Middle School will be taken to the diamond this season for the Guam Pony Baseball 2020 76 Pony Middle School Baseball League. South Pacific Petroleum Corporation 76 continues to partner up with Guam Pony Baseball to provide competitive, safe baseball activity for students enrolled in Guam's middle schools. Games will be played at the Triple J Guam Baseball Academy field located on the Ukadu High School campus.
Well, I think the biggest advantage, well, there's several, but one of them is just to get that age group of kids in middle school, out on a field and moving their bodies and doing some exercise. The other thing is, those students that are baseball lovers, it gives them another opportunity to improve their game skills and before they move on, into the more competitive league in high school.
The Middle School Baseball League is now an annual league helping the sport on Island grow. Past middle school champions include FB Leon Guerrero in 2019, Jose Rios in 2018, FB Leon Guerrero in 2017. 2016 champions were Bishop, and in 2015, Inarahan took the title.
Well, 76 has been our sponsor the last 4 years. So this year, we'll be giving the winning team a full set of catcher's gear, brand new set of catcher's gear. And the team that comes in second, each eligible player will get a free baseball tote bag. 76 is always involved with sports on Guam, doing many different things. But we've been able to show, I think, with 76 that we do what we say we're going to do. We have the leagues. We work hard to try to get the schools to form teams. GDOE is, actually asked us to do this league years ago. So it's good, a good community relationship and a good community sport by 76.
Shop Guam
Eat Festival is back with amazing deals. Download the free Shop Guam mobile app on your app store and present the discount code to your favorite Shop Guam vendors. Get access to hundreds of offers, including shopping, dining, and entertainment. Enjoy great deals now until February 10th.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Morning, 2 coffees and 4 orders of those new donut sticks.
You must really love these donut sticks.
I do, but they're not for me. They're for them.
Meet me in the middle. I'm losing my mind.
I will take a coffee, though.
Introducing new cinnamon sugar donut sticks from McCafe. Made fresh every morning. It's a little sweet to go with your coffee.
Here's your birthday shoutouts. We have a 7-pack. Count them, 7 birthday celebrants to get to tonight. So here we go for February 6th, everybody. Happy birthday to Ashley Borgonia, who celebrates a birthday today, as does Shannon Ada, who happily blows out the candles today, hopefully with her friends and family in her immediate presence. Jessica Ann Tooncap Tuggle celebrates a birthday today, and they say they heart emoji you and hope you enjoy your day. God bless. Love, Peyton Sky, Princeton John, and Paige Serenity. Awesome. Bernadine Kinata, happy birthday blessings on your 40th birthday celebration. We love you, say your family and friends. Kayleen Lanio also has a birthday today, and your kids say, happy blessed birthday, Mommy. I love you so, so much, from your son, Brian. It is a happy birthday also to Francisco Salas, and happy birthday from the people who love you for being you, coming from the wife, the boss baby, and family. And here's number 7. Happy birthday to George F. Peretta. Happy blessed birthday wishes going out to Mr. George from your loving family. We hope you have a wonderful and well-deserved celebration. You know what, guys? You can't say it any more than that. So just say it to all 7 of you and everybody around the world who had a birthday today. We hope you had a fantastic day from KUAM and Cold Stone Creamery. There's a not-so-little link right now on KUAM.com, which if you click it, it's called Birthdays, oddly enough, which would register you to be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Please do check it out. In the Mix is coming up next. Stay tuned.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Green Energy Solutions, Inc. Visit GESIGuam.com or call 647-8111 for more details on how we can help your business save money.